Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Piso and I'm really glad that you're here. Today's video is going to be all about our journey of building our house in Liberia while living abroad. So I'm going to share with you some tips. I'm going to share with you some do's, some don'ts, my experiences, our experiences in what it's been like, and you know what's worked for us, what hasn't, and things that we've learned. So as always, I like to give a disclaimer that we are not experts in building. This is not our trade. This is just our experience. This is just my advice in things that can help you, that's helped me, that I've learned on this journey in building while living abroad. If you're living in the States, if you're living in UK, if you're living in Europe, you're living in Asia, and you're trying to build specifically in Africa, Liberia, building a house while living abroad, building a house in Liberia, in Africa, while living abroad. This is our experience. All right. So first of all, and I'm going to be looking down periodically because I'm looking at my notes. First of all, go and visit. Especially for those of us that lived in the States or lived abroad for many years. Maybe you haven't been back home for 15, 20, 25, 30 years, you know. So take a visit first, if you can, if possible. That way you can kind of see how things are. Things have changed since you've been there last. And you've gotten used to the Western way of doing things. The work ethics over here is a little bit different than back home. Things are a little bit slower paced back home. Nobody's really in a hurry, you know, to get stuff done. It's really laid back. And also you can get an idea of, you know, how things are. So take a trip back home if you can before you start your project. It's not necessary, but if you can, try to visit before. Also consider affordability, your expenses over here before you decide on your structure, how big your structure is going to be, how extensive. You see that house plan and it is so nice, and oh, it's got this wing and that wing, and you know, 5 bedrooms, 7 bedrooms, and it's so nice, and you want that. Great. But really think about, are you going to be able to sustain that build throughout? You know, you don't want to start a structure that you can't afford. I see a lot of unfinished structures back home, and they're beautiful, they're nice, they, you know, they had all the best intentions, but it was just way too much. And so then it sits for like 10 years unfinished. It sits for like 15 years. It sits, and then because you have all the intention of going back, but it just gets overwhelming. So you really want to consider what kind of structure and the extent of the structure that you want to build before you start to build in Africa, because we have expenses here. A lot of us have mortgages. A lot of us have kids in college, kids in school. A lot of us have a lot of bills. So you're going to have to continue to live here and pay your bills and do all of those things as you're building back home, unless you have a lot of money. But for most of us, we're working class people. We don't have a lot of money. So consider that before you start to build. Also, build a temporary structure on your property where you can store your materials, lock it up, and also where somebody can stay to keep an eye on the property. So build a temporary structure. Then you got to move to choosing a project manager, because you're not going to be there. So choose a project manager. That project manager can be a family member. It doesn't have to be. It can be somebody that you trust. That's important. It has to be somebody that you trust, and also somebody who is able to move around freely, who has the time to put into your work. You know, it can't be your cousin Esther who has, you know, maybe a lot of little kids, or maybe cousin John who has a full-time job and he's only available in the evenings. No, you have to think about that. Who has the time to put into your project with you and can move around. Also, you might want to, if you're able to get a foreman for the work or certain work that's being done, and you can get both the the project manager and the foreman. The project manager is going to oversee the whole work of the project, who will take care of the sending the finances to purchase the material, making sure material is on site, making sure that the people show up to work, making sure that productivity flows. The foreman is the person who's on site, who knows what the job should be and can make sure that your job is being done right. For a lot of people, they don't have both. But if you're able to try to do that, especially for some key work that's being done, and so that person can make sure that, hey, the tradesman that's here, I'm making sure that they're doing this part of the work correctly, because maybe your project manager does not have a lot of experience in building. They're good at making sure things are done and things are there and everybody shows up, but that foreman's going to make sure that it's being done correctly because they have experience and they have the know-how in that area. For example, I'll tell you about my roof. I think if we had a foreman for that roof, the roof would not have probably turned out less than par, where we weren't very happy with the roof. But the foreman would have made sure that it was done correctly at the time. So that's just one of our advice and experience that we think that will be helpful to you. Another thing is educate yourself on the building process. Be an active participant in your build. Learn about these different things. Kind of just, ask questions and, oh, what are they doing now? So how is this done? Oh, what are you putting in there? Oh, so this is done before this. Oh, so the casting got to be done before you do this. Oh, I can't run the sunny until I plaster. Oh, I can't plaster until I've done this. So kind of educate yourself and learn about different things of the part of the building process. Be in the know. Keep in the know. Okay, find out about current, or stay in abreast about current rates, about how much things cost where you live. In Africa as a whole, because of inflation, the prices change, often. So stay in the know about what's the cost of a bag of cement, what's the cost of a load of sand, what's the cost of some crushed rocks. All right, how much this costs in the building material store. Call the building material stores, get their numbers. All the big building material stores, even the smaller ones, they have Facebook pages and they have WhatsApp numbers and stuff. They have Facebook pages that you can get their phone numbers from and call them, and a lot of them will send you their WhatsApp numbers where you can chat, or even in Messenger you can chat with the representatives at these stores, so they can send you samples of different things that they have, inventory that they have in their store and their products, and they can explain how things are actually, whether it's this is something that can be transported this place from their store, or how, just a lot of a wealth of information. They're willing to do that. They want your business, and so a lot of them are really, really good with that. I'll give you an example. The store that I got the tiles from, Universal Business Center on Roberts Fee Highway and Rehab Road. Those guys are really, really nice. They have good customer service skills. They make you feel comfortable. They explain things when you're in the store and out. So I went in the store. They were really nice. They explained things. I got the tiles for the house through them, but then also I was able to call the store, and the guy was so helpful to me on the phone. He gave me his WhatsApp number because I'm ready to choose the tiles for the porches recently, so you'll be seeing that soon. That'll be coming up soon. And he was able to send me pictures of the different tiles that they had there, because it's a different kind of surface that I wanted for the outdoor patio. Then I want it inside, but I want a certain color and all of that. So he was able to send me some, samples of the different tiles and give me kind of background about how, the durability of the tiles and stuff like that. But also, the reason why I really like going back to them, they recognize my cousin as well, my program manager, when she goes in there, and they're like, yeah, Miss Queenie and this and that, and they're also, so that's key, and they give you a lot of information. So I don't want to stay too long on that. So keep in the know of different costs, chat with these different stores with a lot of, also keep in the know of your project, chat with your program manager, chat on video chat, see live when work is going on, and then also get a lot of videos and pictures sent to you so that you know what's going on. All right. Okay, don't compare your project to anybody else's project. Your project is yours completely. Your timeline is your timeline, because you might get overwhelmed. You might get stressed out because you're kind of like, say, hey, I think my project should be this far by now. And, it's not, no. This is your journey. This isn't anybody else's journey. It's your journey. So do it in accordance to your comfort level. All right. Buy local whenever possible. There are a lot of local vendors, a lot of local tradesmen that do a lot of great work. I buy a lot of local products whenever I can. Also, there are a lot of local tradesmen. I do have work done by businesses, big businesses and stuff that would come and do like the buying and do the install buy. Also, a lot of the work that's done on the house is done by just local tradesmen that have their own little business and that they bring their boys and they come and do it. Try to do that as much as you can, because there are a lot of talented, gifted, strong, hardworking people in Africa, Liberia. So try to use those people as much as you can. Bundle work if possible. Utilize these tradesmen that have multiple proficiencies in proficiency in multiple tasks. So maybe like I used the guys that did the painting are the same guys that did the smoothie on the wall, same guys that did the ceiling staining and varnishing, stuff like that. So try to bundle some work if you can, but if you can't, that's okay too. Spread out your work so that you don't get overwhelmed. Don't try to do too many things at once. Do it in phases and over time. Only send money for the work that's gonna be done now. Don't send money for, okay, I'm sending money for the plastering now, but I'm also sending you money for the roof, later on, and I'm gonna send you the other money now for the tile work later. No, send money only for the work that's being. This is not advice. If you have a ton of money and you're ready to send a lot of money all at once, but there's a risk to that, because too much money, because then if something needs to be done or something costs a little more, they will borrow money from that other money that you send, and then that takes away from them. Then when it's time to do that work, that money is short and all of that stuff. So you don't want to also overwhelm your manager with so much finances, so if you know what I mean. Anyways, okay, so let's see, in the next what you say, well, I'm gonna do this, this summer I want to get the foundation done. By the fall I want to get this, I want to be able to raise the house. So kind of think about it like that. I'm outside, guys, so the wind is a little bit breezy this today. So take a break if you need to. You're not in a you're not on anybody's schedule, anybody's pay, anybody timeline. Take a break if you need to. If things are going on here in the States, or things are going on with you wherever you are living abroad, take a break. That work can wait a little bit for you to get yourself resituated, resettled, and then you can continue again whenever you're able to. Don't try to continue going and then there are things going on here, you're stressed out. take that break if you need to. All right. Take periodic inventory of your project. Reassess. Have a little video sit down with your manager, kind of see where things are at. Maybe you need to tweak, a few things a bit, and kind of maybe move things around and kind of just decide what you're going to do next instead of this. Like, for example, I decided to put stuff on hold for a while at one point and just focus on building the fence. And so even though that I had little work done here and there weren't big work that being done on the house, I mostly focused on the fence at that time, because I wanted the fence to get the house was at a certain point that I wanted to secure the property. So we focused on just raising the fence and getting and then we put a makeshift gate there, and it worked great for a while. Now we have a permanent gate there, but the fence, we focus on doing that fence for a while. So kind of reassess your project and kind of see where you can tweak things. Visit your project if possible. Don't just stay here and send money. If you're able to visit in the middle of it several different times, visit. It's nothing like seeing your project in person. It motivates you, it encourages you to keep going. You kind of get a sense of really how things are, because the video calls are great, the pictures, the videos you get, they're great, but it's nothing like seeing it in person. You just get so excited. I know I get so excited when I go. You guys have seen the videos when I was back home. I get so excited about different work that's being done and where the house is coming to, and I'm just, I just love it. So that's my advice. Visit if you can. All right. And then while you're visiting, go and visit as many stores as possible. Go into those building material stores. See what's in there. Look at the prices. Check different, for the future. Don't just go in the stores and look at things for work that's going on now. Look at things and prepare for work that's going to be coming up. And that's what I did. And so a lot of things that we looked at, I was like, oh, okay, I think I'm going to want that. Later on, when we're ready to do this, I'm going to get it from here. Later on, I'm going to do this. This is what this costs. So that's what we did. And so visit a lot of stores, take a lot of pictures to remind you of inventory and different options in different stores. And also take cards, take numbers of the representative of take the phone numbers of people in the store so that you can communicate. That's part of staying in the know. All right. And then enjoy your project, guys. Enjoy your project. This is your building journey. This is going to be your home in Liberia, in Africa. You're going to be going there. So enjoy the process. You don't want to be stressed out while you're doing it. That's why you really got to build the kind of structure that you're able to build, that you can afford, so you can enjoy the process. Don't just build something that's going to stress you out. So enjoy the process. Do what you're able to do when you're able to do it. If you're not able to do something right now, save. Take a little break, like we said, and save some money. Then you're able to move on. So that way you're not stressed. You're still enjoying your building process, okay? Remember that you're in the driver's seat and you're the one in control. So you're going to be able to go at the speed that you want to go. You can go slow. You can go fast if you got the funds. If you have the, the means, you can go fast. You can go slow, and you can stop. You can stop whenever you want. And then you can start up again when you feel comfortable or you're ready. So you're in the driver's seat. Remember that you're in the driver's seat. Okay? This is your building project. All right. Even if it's like, oh, are we going to do the other work? We're going to start the other work here now. You say, okay, soon. I'll let you know, and I know that, but the point will go somewhere, they will start working again. They will start working on somebody else's project or one weekend. But if you're able to do, but if you're not, say, okay, then when I read it, we'll come back, we'll get, other, multiple, quotes. If there's somebody else that's able to do the job just as well, we'll get that person to do the job at that time. So don't get stressed out. Just, you're in the driver's seat. You take control of the pace of your project. Remember now that work being done in Africa is at a slower pace. It's laid back. It's not going to be like you call a contractor here and they're here. They're supposed to start today. They'll start today and they're done, and they give you a timeline and stick to that timeline. No. No, somebody's supposed to start work today. They might say that work might not start until, if this is Monday, it might not start until Wednesday or Thursday. Then in the middle of the work, maybe, my sister, somebody, something, that work, and they got to be gone, and that work will stop for maybe a week or so, or 2 weeks. So you got to be prepared for that. This is Africa. This is Liberia. So guys, I think this is, without making the video too long, I think this is some of the advice and some of my do's and don'ts and tips for building in Africa or Liberia while you're living abroad. These are my experiences, our experiences. Me and my husband, this was our first build. And so I just thought to share my journey. But these are my tips for building while you're living abroad. Living in America, living in UK, living in Europe, living in Asia, anywhere you're living outside of Africa, outside of Liberia, this is your tips for building while you're living outside of Africa. I hope this video has been helpful to you guys. If I forgot anything, I'll try to maybe do another one later on. Lastly, please subscribe if you have not. If you have, subscribe, share the video, like the video, and it really helps the channel grow. And I've been enjoying this process, sharing all of this building journey with you guys, and I know that I will continue doing that because we still have work to be done, and I'm still doing it, you know, at my own pace, at our own pace. So continue to join us. And without having to say too much more, I just want to say thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye bye, guys.